All right, boys and girls, we're doing it, baby. This is the first real drive. I got 3 client meetings to go to here in a row, and we're gonna let the car do its thing the best that it can. I am so excited. Now, everyone, you've got to remember a couple things here, okay? The first thing is that I am a beta tester, beta being the key word there. Just like all the rest of you guys that got this, and when you do get this, you gotta remember, don't look at this like it should do it perfectly. You were accepted into the program, I was accepted in the program to help fix it and make it better, not to complain about things it does wrong. So we're going to be very good about helping. We're going to make sure that we send any notifications and that it should. And here we go. First corner, hands right ready. Loving it. Look at this. Woo-hoo-hoo. Perfection. Oh, yes. So that is so cool. Look at us go, guys. Look at us go. So this first little attempt here is going to be, it's a 6-minute drive, 3.4 miles. And this is just real life stuff. Like, I'm going to work right now and I want to know, can the car take me to work right now? That's what we're here to find out. So I want to see how it handles the speed limit, corners, and just, I mean, obviously the end perspective here is, can I get in the car and have it drive for me? That's what the end goal is. Now, we know that that's not where it's at, but that is what we're going to be tracking through every update and through every drive. And oh my gosh, I'm so thankful and so excited to be a part of this program. As you guys know from following me for the last year and a half, this has been my end game, my goal. You see that? We just swerved away from that semi-truck. Oh boy, and look at this. Yes, we get a nice construction zone to start us off at. Now, I'm very leery of construction zones. We're going to take this very, very carefully, and we might actually turn in before that, so maybe that won't really be an issue. But let's see how this handles it here. So we should be getting over right here into this turn lane. We're going to slow down and get over, a little slight pressure on the wheel. Very good, very good. See all these cones, and look at this. This road is completely indifferent. Yeah, this is so cool. Missed that cone, fantastic. Turn that corner perfectly. Wow, I'm in love. I feel like I'm on a first date with the woman of my dreams, and she just gave me my first little kiss on the cheek. That's where I'm at right now, and I feel like there's potential. I feel like this may be something real. That's where I'm at right now with my relationship with Nico. By the way, that's the name of my car. So how exciting. Okay, because we have a straightaway here, let's get on some fast motion to the next obstacle. Okay, we got a turn coming up here in just a little bit, about 0.3 of miles. And by the way, if you're new to my channel, welcome to a channel where I get overexcited about everything. You got to kind of get used to that, but I love this stuff. I am so into this and just so for what Tesla is doing and this technology and where it's going. And all I can say is those of you guys have a 99 score. You're still being scored. If it's on your phone, assume it's still counting, please. I'd hate to see you jeopardize it in the final hour, because I'm telling you right now, it is worth it. So let's see how we handle this here. Got my hands right ready. As always, blinker goes on as it always should. Very good. We're slowing down at a perfectly fine pace. I don't know what people are talking about 10.2 being all aggressive and all this crap. Autopilot paused, autopilot creeping forward. And here we go, baby. So we didn't actually stop at the stop sign. We actually stopped a little further back, and then the car could still see, and then it went. And of course, I'm watching too. So that was fantastic. I mean, good boy. That's a good boy. Okay, now next we're going to be taking a sharp to the right up here. And so what we're going to be looking for is slowing down a little bit here and then making this turn nice and gradually. This is a weird curve right here. The car is reading it perfectly. It slows down to a nice speed, gets in the lane here, keeps in the right lane, then gets into the left. That's perfectly fine. It even said change in lanes. Fantastic. All right, now I have to stop showing you stuff here because I'm almost to my client's house, and then we will be right back at it. And I am back on the next leg of our journey. Now, just to be clear, this Tesla drove me all the way up to my first meeting today, all by itself. I had no interaction to get there. We're now on our second meeting, and we're going to see how far we can get on this one. So impressive so far. Zero complaints other than this.
I am saying nice words.
Behind me, who is having a great time seeing how close you can get to my Tesla. But you know what? Screw him. We're not going to drive any differently. So we got a long, windy road up here. We're going to let this thing just cruise on its own, and we'll get back together on the next interaction. Now we're coming up to the 25-mile-an-hour turn right here, and the car is going to slow down, to 25 miles an hour, pretty much right on the speed limit to make this turn. Now, this is a really sharp corner, and we're gonna see just how well this goes. Look at this kid behind me. He's swerving all over the road, trying to make it look like, anyway, whatever. So we're turning this corner here. It's handling this really well. Nice, slow, safe speed. Loving that. And takes it around that corner nicely. Now, one thing that I'm noticing here that I didn't realize before is that you can actually increase your speed over 5 miles an hour over the speed limit, which I didn't know you could do because on regular autopilot, you couldn't do that. That's a really cool thing. Not that I need to be going this fast right now, but this back road, why not? I want to try it out. Okay, so now we're coming up here to this 20 mile an hour turn, and the car is going to, let's see how it handles this here. So we didn't slow down too steep. I was kind of worried it was going to hit it too hard there, and it didn't. And then look right here. This is another really steep turn here, and I've done this before on regular autopilot, and it could not make it, but it handled it there just spot on perfect. Here's train tracks. Okay, good. Person. Okay, I had to help it a little bit there with acceleration. We're really tight here over this bridge. Very, very, very good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Now we're gonna hold this left line here. It read that perfectly. Get us over to this intersection. Oh, yes, yes. Wow. Guys, we've done that road so many times in autopilot and it's never even come close. And we nailed it first time coming down the hill with, oh my gosh, absolutely fantastic. I'm blown away, shocked. This is so unbelievably cool. Now, here's the thing. We're gonna be turning left up here at the end of this. And so someone might say, well, I would be in the left turn lane right now. Why isn't my car in that lane? Remember, that is a preference thing. The car has lots of time to get over there. And so just because you would do something doesn't mean the car would. So we're just gonna kind of watch it and see what it does. By the way, those are brake lights, aren't they, that showing up on those cars? I didn't know that. All right, green light. So we're gonna be watching for it now to get up here and get in that left turn lane, because remember, I need to get to my next appointment, and this car is taking me there. So far, it's taken me to this place. I have one time pressed on the accelerator a little bit because I was gonna do a stop where it really didn't need to. All right, my camera shut off there for a minute, but we're back in action here. So we're gonna be turning left up here, and it needs to get over. So why it isn't yet, we don't really know, but we're gonna take a look and see what it does here. You can see right here is the very end of this, and it's gonna hit the brakes really hard here. There it is, there's the change. There it is. Oh yeah, baby. Okay, so we're gonna just stay in the center lane. Got a little bit crazy there with the correction. So it saw that both lanes turned at the last minute there, and it chose the one with no cars in it, which is perfect. That's exactly what I'd want it to do. That's what I would have done. And man, look at all this. Look at that person it's identifying right there that's sitting over there in that pot store. Look at that. It says 420 up there. So you can go to the store right here. You can get some pot, you know, get your marijuana, and you can rent some storage. So you kind of got it all in one place. Now the light turns green, and remember before we weren't on the full south drive, we could not go on a green light. We had to tell the car to go, and it did it all itself here. Did really well turning around that left turn there with other cars in that other lane beside me. So fantastic job. Very excited about that. Now we got a very straight strip here, my stupid braces. Let's see how well we do. Zoom. So we're braking here pretty good. Not really sure why we're braking there. I also haven't quite researched yet. Where do I actually press? Oh, getting a call from the wife. Now this is a really sharp turn to the left here. We're gonna see how well it handles this one. It's not going too fast. It finds its way, and look at it nail it there. It does spot on again, man. I'm so impressed with this, you guys. I already had high expectations, and so far it's exceeded them immensely. Now, of course, I haven't driven into a city or anything yet, but from what I've done right now, taking me around at my different appointments and stuff, it's been doing it better than I could have possibly imagined. Let's just say that. So very, very impressed, very excited about this. When you sit here, and this is the first time I've done this, you guys. You're witnessing it the first time as I'm seeing it. You can really see why they say this will be a part of our future someday. You can really see why this is like gonna happen. Like all these people that are naysayers, I'm telling you guys, I'm not telling you to change your opinion. I'm saying that if you were sitting in my seat right now, you would change your opinion. I don't think you can though until you've experienced it yourself. Until you're sitting here where I am right now experiencing this, you can't. You just can't understand it. It's not the same as watching it right now. You got to do it. So get your scores up, guys. You want it. You got to do this. Get your scores up. Coming really really slowly up to the stop sign right now. Better than going really fast, I guess. Doing the creeping forward deal. So we got a car right here turning to the right. The car sees it. It's gonna wait. Holy crap. Yeah, we were about to go right there, ladies and gentlemen. That was kind of scary. That's why Tesla says to keep your hands on the wheel and alert. That guy was about to make that turn and we were about to T-bone right into him. So I had my foot floating right over the brake. So that's perfectly fine. That's fine. So we're gonna just send that recording and send that back to Tesla to make sure that they can look over that and learn from that, because that was a pretty serious situation right there, and that's fine. You know, that kind of information is what Tesla needs. That car was turning, it looked like he was just going past. In the last second, he turned really sharp without slowing down at all and cut in front of me. That was a hard situation for the car to really learn from. It would have been a hard situation probably for drivers to learn from. So that's all right. So when that stuff happens, beta testers, our job is to go ahead and press that button, send that information to Tesla, and just, you got to be smart about this. Like, I could see what the potential was there. Look at that, got me in the right turn lane, perfect. So you just keep your foot hovering over the brake like that. That's okay, no problem. It says autopilot paused, waiting for our turn. We're gonna go up ahead to the next spot. We see a red light. We see that we can turn right on red. We got a bunch of cars in this direction coming, but they're stopped right now. So are we gonna go? We're gonna creep forward. We're gonna creep forward. We should be going right now. No one's behind me. I'm gonna let it do its own thing, and it went. So that's good. That's good. Now, when I did tap the accelerator a little bit right there, the car started slowing down for that flashing yellow light there for the fire station. I'm not sure if the law actually tells it to right there. I don't know if I should be tapping this. I'm going to tap it anyway. But I don't know if the law says you need to slow down going past an emergency vehicle station like that or not. I've never done that. I don't remember being told to, but there might be something in the law that says to do it, and that's why the Tesla did it. So we'll just have to see on that, but that's perfectly fine. It's no big deal, you know, to just tap the accelerator a little bit. And that's the most I've done, other than that one where I had to hit the brake there. That's the most I've ever done, is just give it a little bit of gas. And to be honest with you, I may not have even had to. Like, it would have probably been fine. You just more or less do it so the people behind you don't get, like, ticked off too bad. I mean, trust me, I don't really care that much about what other people around me think. But in some situations, it makes sense to just help it out a little bit. So here goes a guy that just cutting hard into my lane like crazy. And you know what? Autopilot slowed down. He realized, you know, that was, I don't think that you would have handled that any differently. That was a very good thing for it to have done. I mean, they slowly crept in there. I mean, I would have probably braked and got over if I was driving myself, because I knew that they were getting into a lane that wasn't actually a lane. But I don't know that you could blame autopilot for that. Also, I want to see what happens if I put my blinker on right now while on full self drive. What happens? Okay. So it just sort of changes lanes. I've never really tested that, so I thought I'd try. So we're going to run this yellow light, which is perfectly fine. I would have ran it too. It braked as soon as it went over the crosswalk. Like, it saw the red light at the last second and then just like went through. So that was ballsy. I mean, that's the way I kind of drive. So I'm really happy to see that. So that's perfectly good with me. Good job, Tesla. Good job. Now we see this debris on the road here, like buckets over here, and I notice they do not show up on my screen. So I'm curious what the car will have done if those were actually in the lane. That's something I have yet to see. You all might know already from watching stories on autopilot and whatnot, but I don't know that yet, if the car will do anything with those to avoid them. Okay, so the first drive is done. I have so many thoughts about it, and most of them are all very positive. Well, they're all positive, because the entire drive was a success overall. I thought it was incredible how it handled itself on those back rural roads that I was mostly on through my little drive today. It wasn't all that crazy. We didn't do anything going to the city or anything wild today, but overall I was super impressed with how this drive went. It was everything I was expecting. We had that little weird situation where I hit the brake really hard, where that guy was kind of coming in front of me there. He wasn't doing anything wrong. The Tesla was just going to turn left, and just really didn't see it there. When I play it back on there, I didn't see that it didn't turn the car red or anything like that. Like, it didn't act like it even knew it was there. And so that's a good example of something to send back to Tesla so they can work on figuring out why it did that. But now, going forward, you guys know I've been doing tests on all the same roads for about a year now with the regular autopilot and all their updates. great. So now we get to go back and check off all those roads as autopilot nails every one of those situations. So stay tuned for that. Get on the journey. If you're not subscribed already, do it, but hit that bell notification so you don't miss the videos.